Hey y'all, it's your girl. People still say it's your girl. It's me, Farron L. I am here because I am still honestly perplexed. I have questions that still need answers after watching Unknown Number. First of all, did Netflix not have the budget to bring in an expert, a therapist, a sex therapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a clinician, somebody who could offer some sort of context or explanation, help us hypothesize why this woman would sexualize this child in this way? So she was charged with stalking. Okay, so we're just going to totally sweep under the rug this extreme over sexualizing that she did of this minor. I mean, those messages were extremely weird, very, very graphic, explicit, and just hypersexual. If someone were to dump sexually graphic images to a minor, I'm thinking that there's some sort of litigation that needs to be happening. There's something unlawful about that. I could be wrong, I don't know. But why is it any different if it is words versus images? She put together some really, really inappropriate sexual scenarios with Owen. And I just feel like months and months of doing something like that, there has to be more repercussions. I'm just, even if not from a legal standpoint, at least from a moral standpoint, I felt like the documentary did a very, very poor job of highlighting that part of the offense. That was a huge, huge part of the offense. And I'm sure Owen's parents, especially his mom, want answers. Another thing that struck me and that I had questions about was when Owen mentioned that he and Lauryn don't talk, that he hasn't really spoken to her since the breakup, I believe. And I'd imagine that had to be like pretty awkward or difficult considering that the town is the size of a boot and they're going to the same high school, and this is probably the most traumatic experience of both of their lives. I really wonder what the dynamic is like between them when they're in passing and why Owen has not spoken to Lauryn. Has Lauryn reached out to him and he said, nope, no thanks? Did he just make a conscious decision to completely ignore her altogether? I don't know. But I am feeling like when he said that, I felt a sense of Lauryn seems to be almost complicit. And I hate to say that because I know that that poor girl is just as much of a victim in this as Owen is. But does he feel like she has not really owned up to, yes, this is my mom, but she did this really, really horrible thing, and I kind of need to face this and face the people who it affected. She by no means needs to take responsibility for this whatsoever, but I think that maybe Owen might be expecting some sort of communication from Lauryn, at least, hey, I hate that this happened, but poor Lauryn is trying to work through and process this really, really horrendous, horrific thing that her own mother did. But I just can't help but to wonder exactly how Owen feels about Lauryn now. Now, don't get me wrong, I am all team Kinky Eeyore's husband. I am. So that man did not know that his wife was the one torturing and menacing their sweet, sweet baby girl this whole entire time. That's fair. That's fine. However, how did you not know that Miss Thang was not actually working and was going to a fake job every day? For 3, 6, 9, 12 plus months, however long it was that she was faking this double life, That woman wasn't working. She wasn't going to nobody's job site. She wasn't logging into anybody's Zoom meeting. And how do you not know that she is not bringing in a red cent into the home that y'all live in together? You haven't thought, why doesn't she have any money? Why isn't any extra money coming into the bank account? Were you totally hands off? Obviously, there was a huge disconnection in the marriage before this whole texting scandal took place. But for you to be that aloof and to have absolutely no clue or any questions or eyebrows raised as to, okay, the bank statements aren't changing, there's no influx of money, there's nothing coming in, she sure is home a lot, she sure does have a lot of free time, she sure is at the school a lot. Like, no red flags went off this whole time. Like, how disconnected was he for her to get away with this for so long? I really, really hope that Kinky Eeyore is getting the help that she needs, because on top of you abusing and bullying and just destroying your daughter's life, and then this weird hypersexual plotting and fantasizing that you did with her boyfriend, on top of that, you diminish the offense to like some regular or more common minor infraction. Like, people just need to understand that everyone breaks the rules, and if you break the law, if you get in a car and drive drunk, then this is the same thing. No, it isn't, Kindra. No, it's not. It is not the same thing. And if you are able to sit here with a straight face and try to link those two things together, put them on the same page, put them on the same pedestal, you are absolutely insane or psychotic, and there should be some court-ordered mental health services going on. I desperately hope. Lastly, she admits to the bulk of the thousands and thousands of text messages that were sent out from these unknown numbers. However, she did not do the first two text messages. Kinky Eeyore, then tell us who did. Who did it? Was it Chippendale? Are you suggesting that it was one of the other girls in the school? Who on earth do you propose sent the initial two text messages? And why do you think that making that claim makes you somehow a lot less guilty and awful looking in the court of public opinion and in actual court? I'm just trying to figure out what you thought you gained from trying to convince us that you didn't initiate the torment and torture of your daughter. You just carried out 99.9% of it. What on earth do you think we're supposed to do with that lie, and why did you tell it? All right, y'all, that's my gap for the day. Please hang around, stick around, like and subscribe so that we can chit chat some more. And I will see y'all on the next one.